that indicate higher risk of fetal demise. Earlier in the pregnancy, disconcerting develop the more serious the sequence. This is the feature of discoid twin pregnancy. One baby is quite big and other is IUGR. So what is the pathology? In monochorionic twin, discordancy is usually attributed to placental vascular anastomosis that causes hemodynamic imbalance between the twins. Right? In dizygotic fetus, they may have different genetic growth potential, especially if they are of opposite genders. How to diagnose? The weight of larger twin minus weight of small twin divided by weight of larger twin. Most useful index of size discordancy. Ultrasonographic assessment of twin discordancy, abdominal circumference superior to head circumference is there. Femur length or transverse cerebral diameter that should be measured and compared with these two twins. So how to manage it? Ultrasonographic monitoring of growth with a twin pair has become a mainstay in the management. Other ultrasonographic findings such as the oligohydramnias may be helpful in guarding the fetal risk. Depending on the degree of discordancy and the gestational age, fetal surveillance may be indicated, especially if one or both fetus exhibit growth restriction. Delivery is usually not performed for the size discordancy alone, exceptional occasional at advanced gestational age. Death of one fetus is there. Sometimes the prognosis of surviving twin depends on gestational age at the time of demise. And sonographically, you can find that one fetus is alive and the other is dead. So what we will do? In chronicity, the length of time between the demise and the delivery of surviving twin is very important. Early demise, such as vanishing twin, does not appear to increase the risk of death in the surviving fetus after the first trimester. But in late in gestation, the death of one of the multiple fetus can theoretically trigger the coagulation defect in the mother. The management decision should be based on the cause of death and the risk of surviving fetus. Majority of the cases of a single fetus death in twin pregnancy involve monochorionic placentation. Now we come to overall antenatal management of twin pregnancy. Diet is about 350 kilocalorie per day more. Increased rest at time, at home and early cessation of work. Increased number of antenatal visit. Supplementing therapy, iron increased to 100 to 200 milligram per day. Vitamin, calcium and folic acid. Frequently, after every 3 to 4 weeks, we have to go for sonography advice. Preterm labor at gestational age of less than 34 weeks, given corticosteroid. And it is seen that twin pregnancy, lung maturity earlier, 3 to 4 weeks earlier than the singleton pregnancy. So, management during labor, vaginal delivery, both at least one baby in vertex presentation, then only. Bed rest prevent early rupture of membrane. Fetal monitoring by electronic monitor should be used. Internal examination should be done soon after the rupture of membrane to exclude cord prolapse. Ringer lactate 1 unit should be started and we should have in hand of 1 point of blood ready because any emergency we can use that blood. Now delivery of twin fetus, complication of labor and delivery. There are more chances of preterm labor, uterine contractile dysfunction, abnormal presentation, prolapse of umbilical cord. There may be premature separation of placenta, immediate postmortem hemorrhage. So we should be prepared for all this complication. Now, how to deliver this twin pregnancy? If it is vertex presentation, both are in vertex presentation. The vaginal delivery interval between these two should not exceed 20 minutes. So we can go for normal vaginal delivery and we have to exclude the other causes. The baby are normal average size. That means between 2.5 to 3 kgs and the maternal passage should be roomy and adequate liquor should be there. Then only we will advise for vaginal delivery. But the after delivery of first baby, second should be delivered within 20 minutes. Otherwise, there may be some, we have to find out what are the other causes for arrest of this baby to deliver. Now, second is the vertex and breech presentation. That means first baby is in vertex presentation and the second is breech. So this should be delivered by a senior obstetrician, because sometimes there is arrest of after coming head in cases of breech presentation. So if the baby is first baby is breech presentation and then the second baby is in vertex presentation, the baby which is in the lower segment and presented, that should be delivered by C-section, avoiding the rare of interlocking twins. That means 1 in 100 twins. Then again, if both the babies are in breech presentation and they are in full term pregnancy, ideally go for cesarean section. We have 3 mounted specimen of conjointine in our department. You can come in any time and just see the specimen there. Now, what about vaginal delivery in pregnancy? When the first one is cephalic, as I told you, delivery can occur by accomplished spontaneous or with forceps. As in singleton, when the first fetus present as a breech, major problems are most likely to develop. So fetus is unusually large and after coming head is large than the capacity of the birth canal. This fetus should be delivered by C-section, because there may be chances that trunk may be delivered but the head can be remain inside the uterine cavity, and there may be chances of umbilical cord prolapse. Now, very importantly, vaginal delivery of the second baby. As soon as the presenting twin has been delivered, the presenting part of the second twin size and relationship to the birth canal should be quickly and carefully assessed by combined abdominal and vaginal examination. If the fetal head of the breech is fixed in the birth, moderate fundal pressure can be applied and membranes are ruptured. Digital examination of the cervix is replaced by exclude prolapse of the cord. Labor is allowed to assume, fetal heart rate is monitored. With reestablishment to labor, there is no need to hasten the delivery unless a non-resisting fetal heart rate or bleeding develops. If contraction do not resume within approximately 10 minutes, dilute oxytocin can be used to simulate the contraction. The second baby, if it is in transverse or breech presentation, this is the only indication for internal cephalic version. Second baby of twin pregnancy, if it is in transverse line, then we can do internal podalic version, and this is the only indication for internal podalic version, right? If the occiput or the breech present immediately over the pelvis, it cannot be fixed in the birth canal. Presenting part can often be guided to the pelvis by one hand in the vagina, while a second hand in the uterine fundus exert the moderate pressure quadruped. Alternatively, assistant can maneuver the presenting part in the pelvis using ultrasonography by guidance and do the monitoring heart rate. It is essential to have an obstetrician skill in the intrauterine fetal manipulation. An anesthesiologist skill is providing anesthesia to effectively release the uterus for vaginal delivery of a non-cephalic second twin to obtain a favorable outcome. That means we can go for internal podalic version with expert obstetrician and anesthetist, and then can deliver second transverse or breech normally. What about cesarean delivery in twin pregnancy? The American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology in 1998 has conducted that, in general, cesarean section is the method of choice when the first twin is non-cephalic. That means if the first is breech, always go for C-section. It is important to place patient in left lateral tilt so that to defeat the uterine weight over the aorta to avoid hypotension. Uterine incision should be large enough to allow atraumatic delivery of both the fetus. It is very, very important. It is important that the uterus remain well contracted during completion of cesarean section and thereafter, otherwise it will lead to postpartum hemorrhage because of atopic uterus. So oxytocin should be introduced after delivery of both the fetus. Remarkable blood loss may be concealed with the uterus and vagina beneath the drapes during the time taken to close the incision. That means Cesarean delivery with twin pregnancy should be done by expert obstetrician to maintain the time and to prevent the loss of blood. Now, delivery of first baby is a small pose, less difficulty, but sometimes the baby is big. Forceps delivery of the head, if it is necessary, can be undertaken and put under lock or anesthesia. Avoid general anesthesia, and the second baby may be subjected because of lack of prolonged anesthesia. Don't give argometrin as it is absolute. Leave 8 to 10 centimeter of cord because both are twin and they may need any drugs because of any complication. So we have to leave the cord at least 8 to 10 centimeter for any transfer. Now delivery of second baby. This is delivery of because by first baby, now delivery of second baby. After delivery of first baby, live presentation and size of the second baby is again thoroughly examined. Perform vaginal examination to exclude cord prolapse, and if it is cord prolapse, directly take the patient for cesarean section, and if everything is normal, we can go for normal delivery. Deliver the second baby as required depending on the position of the baby. Special case in twin pregnancy with previous scar. That means trial of scar of twin pregnancy as a first vertex should not be an absolute contraindication. We can give a trial if the first baby is vertex presentation. Judicious external and internal maneuvers are not contraindicated. In second baby. Prefer cesarean section if transverse or bleed. Success rate is 30 to 70%. Risk of uterine rupture in the same as it is in the singleton pregnancy. Now, what complication can occur because of monochorionic twin? As I told you, twin-twin transmission syndrome is common, then fetus syndrome, survival twin cerebral palsy, and microcephaly, and then there may be DIC. Then twin reverse arterial perfusion and conjoint twin. Sometimes there is anterior infusion that is called thoracopagus. In the posterior, it is called pyopagus, cephalic chroniopagus, and caudal ischiopagus. Thank you. कितने attendance? Just tell me what is the attendance? 139. And where are other students? Remaining 11. Where are they? 3. ठीक है. Then what about next? 8. You just show me the attendance. I am going to mark all absent in all my lectures. Ask your class to attend properly. All the students should be there at least in my class. Yes, this is not acceptable. All of you please listen. If you are not attending classes, we are not going to give internal assessment marks properly, and then you have to pay it at your final exam. So be careful and be vigilant to attend my class. Okay, bye. Thank you. इसको ऑफ करने के लिए